My neighbor tried to steal my identity to buy a luxury car, completely unaware that she was walking directly into a sting operation orchestrated by her own victim. This woman, named Brenda, was a notoriously toxic bully who thought a quiet person like me would never notice her swiping my mail. She thought she found a golden ticket to a brand new $80,000 sports car. But Brenda made one fatal psychological error. She didn't realize that my phone is synced to every single one of my credit profiles, giving me a live notification the exact second she handed her forged paperwork to the salesman. Yesterday afternoon, she walked into that dealership expecting a luxury lifestyle, but she left in the back of a police cruiser instead. If you want to watch a smug, toxic bully completely collapse in pure panic the exact second she realizes she just handed her own arrest warrant to the police, hit that subscribe button right now. Because this is the exact story of how an identity thief accidentally trapped herself. 4 months, Brenda looked down on me. She drove an old, rusted SUV but always acted like she owned the entire neighborhood, constantly complaining about my car blocking her street view. I always ignored her. Psychologically, when you don't fight back against a narcissist, they become overly confident and reckless. Brenda got so desperate to show off that she stole a pre-approved luxury car loan offer from my mailbox. Yesterday was my day off. I was sitting at home when my phone vibrated with an urgent high-priority alert from my bank's fraud division, the exact division I manage. Someone was at a high-end dealership downtown, trying to buy an $80,000 sports car using my social security number and a terribly forged fake ID. I didn't panic. I called the dealership's finance manager directly, who recognized my name instantly. "Keep her there," I whispered calmly. "Tell her the paperwork is just taking a few extra minutes to process. I'm calling the police." I drove down to the dealership and stood outside the glass finance office. Brenda was sitting inside, sipping free espresso, smiling warmly, and acting like a millionaire. Suddenly, 2 police officers walked in. Brenda's smug smile instantly withered away. "Ma'am, stand up," the officer said, pulling out handcuffs. "You are under arrest for identity theft and grand larceny." Brenda went completely ballistic. "Do you know who I am? This is a mistake. That girl outside is trying to frame me," she screamed, pointing directly at me through the glass. I calmly walked into the room, looked at her shaking hands, and smiled. "Actually, Brenda, you used my identity. And since I run the fraud department for the bank you just tried to scam, I've already personally flag-marked your real profile as a high-risk criminal." Her face went pale white. She was escorted out in front of a crowded showroom, crying and screaming in absolute humiliation. 2 hours later, my phone rang from an unknown number. It was Brenda, crying from a prison cell, begging me to drop the charges so she wouldn't lose her house. I didn't say a word. I just hung up. Turnabout is fair play. If you love seeing toxic people get exactly what they deserve, click on the next video on your screen right now to see what happened when a gold-digging fiancé tried to make me sign a fake prenup, completely unaware that my dad was her billionaire landlord. See you there.